So hello again class, and here. So we continue class with the part 2 of module 2. Okay. So let me share my screen class. Ayan. There. Okay. So again class, we continue with where we left off. So we start again class with chapter 2.2, different types of cables. Okay. So technically class, konting viewing muna tayo dito sa part na to. So technically class, there are different types of wires. Okay. So supposedly class, they are differentiated with how they were made, the material, and the construction. Okay, so we have class no, yung armored cable. Shortcut niya class is AC. Ayan. So supposedly class, ito yung itsura niya, no? So armored cable class is a fabricated assembly of insulated conductors enclosed in flexible metal sheet. Okay, so technically class, what makes it flexible class, no? Ito, so ganitong itsura, no, class. Supposedly, ang armor niya class is a flexible metal sheet. So bakit siya naging flexible class? Kasi you are able to bend this one. Okay, kumbaga class, pwede mo siyang i-bend 90 degrees. Supposedly, bendable siya, kumbaga. Flexible yung host niya or yung casing niya. Okay, so saan ginagamit ka sa armored cable? Both used for exposed tsaka concealed work. Okay, technically class, ang isang parang in a way ang flexible armored or flexible metal sheet class, 2-in-1 na to, no? Kasi supposedly class, pag plastic kasi yan, ginagamit lang yan pag concealed. Talagang nakatago class, hindi siya nakalitaw. Okay, pero since made of armor siya or made of metal class, pwede na rin siya kahit naka-expose. Okay, so again class, ang pinaka-feature class ng armored cable is ito, yung flexible metal sheet casing niya. Okay, so meron tayong figure about that class, pero yun nga, para mas colored class, ito yung itsura. Okay, next class we have the metal clad cable, so MC. Okay, so it is a factory assembled cable of one or more conductors, each individually insulated and enclosed in a metallic sheet of interlocking tape of a smooth or corrugated tube. Okay, so technically class, ganito yung pinaka-search ko. Okay, so in a way class, para rin siyang armored cable, no? So yung casing niya class, same, no? Interlocking metal sheet, no? Smooth or, so yung this time class, yung corrugated yung meron tayo. So metal clad cable. So in a way class, parang parehas lang sila nung armored, no? Oo. Ang parang pinaka-difference na lang siguro nila is what they are used. So metal clad cable class is used for service feeders tsaka yung branch circuit natin. So service feeders class, ito yung parang power supply natin na galing Beneco. So yan class yung parang pinaka wire na manggagaling dun sa poste, tapos papasok dun sa bahay natin. Yung branch circuits naman class, ito na yung parang lower version class ng service feeder natin. So kumbaga, yung service feeder, magbabranch yan. Papunta na lang sa iba't ibang appliances. So yung circuit or yung wiring class na magdadala nun, yun na yung branch circuit natin. Okay? So again class, this is how a metal clad cable looks like. So technically class, it is within a metal sheet of interlocking tape of a smooth or corrugated tube. Okay? Tapos meron tayo tinatawag class na mineral insulated cable or MI. So it's a factory assembly of one or more conductors insulated with a highly compressed refractory mineral insulation enclosed in a liquid and gas tight continuous copper sheet. So anong itsura ng class? Ito. Okay. So ang pinaka-unique characteristic class ng mineral clad insulated cable is ito. Okay. So nakikita nyo class, no? As in yung parang buong tube. Yung buong ito class yan, no? Yan yung buong insulator yan class. So it is a mineral. More or less, ano bang mineral to? So it is a type of mineral class na talagang in-enclose nyo yung buong conductors natin. Kumbaga, unlike ito class, di ba? Yan. Compare natin, no? So, ito, di ba, parang pan lang siya. Ay, mali yung aking pinakita. Yan. Okay, so the difference class, the very difference, yun. Kumbaga, kung ano man yung pinaka-diameter class no, kay cable natin, yun mismo yung pinaka-insulator niya ng mineral insulated cable. Diba? Dito kasi kung titignan nyo, konti lang as in protectahan niya lang kas per wire. Pero pag mineral insulated cable, class yan. As in, meron siyang insulator class, yeah, spanning the whole cross-section of the cable. Okay? So, yeah. Tapos, meron din tayong tinatawag class na non-metallic sheeted cable. Okay? So, anong definition natin class is a factory assembly of two or more insulated conductors having a moisture resistant, flame retardant, and non-metallic material outer sheet. Okay. So, anong itsura niyan class? More or less ganito. Technically class, parang ano lang din siya. Normal lang. Okay. Parang pinaka-characteristic niya class, no? Yung insulator niya or like yung pinaka-tubing niya, yung armor niya class, hindi siya metallic. Okay? So, this type class is used for 1 or 2 family dwellings not exceeding 3-story buildings. Okay, so 3 stories and below lang tayo dito class. Okay. So, next class, meron tayong non-metallic sheeted cable. So, this type of cable is a factory assembly of 2 or more insulated conductors in an extruded core of moisture-resistant, flame-retardant material covered with an overlapping spiral metallic tape. So, more or less, parang parehas sila dun, class. Yung kanina, ito. Kaso this time, class, it should be, ayan, shielded. Okay. Yeah. So, ganyan class. Meron siyang shield this time. So, pag kinompare mo class dito, yan. Ito yung non-metallic sheeted. Ito namang class yung non-metallic sheeted rin. Kaso may shield. Technically, parang kinote muna siya tsaka ulit check po. Okay. Tapos, yeah. So, next class, meron tayo ng underground feeder and branch circuit or UF. Okay, yeah. So it is a moisture-resistant cable used for underground connections, including direct burial in the ground as feeder or branch circuit. Okay. So anong special sa kanya class? Supposedly, hindi masyadong dinascribe. Pero ito yung na-search ko class na underground feeder tsaka branch circuit natin. So supposedly, di ba sabi ko nga yung service feeder na yan, class yan yung parang galing sa poste na pupunta dun sa bahay para mag-supply ng power needs ng buong bahay. Okay? So, minsan class, depende kasi yan, di ba? Pinakasikat kasi ngayon class, di ba? Parang dadaan yun sa second floor. So, from the poste class, dadaan siya dun sa second floor siguro ng bahay niya. Okay? Pero meron din class yung from the poste, dadaan underground. Tapos, as in underground siya class, no? Tapos, saka siya pupunta sa bahay niyo. Okay, so in a way class, mas maganda actually yun. Ang mahirap lang doon class, syempre pag magre-repair ka, kailangan mo ulit upayin. Pero mas protected siya. Unlike class yung nakasabit. Okay. Yeah. Tapos move on tayo class. So meron din tayong tinatawag class na service entrance cable. So ang shortcut natin doon class is either SE or USE. Okay. So formal definition is a single or multi-conductor assembly provided with or without an overall covering, primarily used for service wire. So technically class, ang pinaka-use niya is for yung service entry natin. So or yung manggagaling class, yung wire manggagaling sa poste papunta dun sa bahay to supply the whole. Yan. Okay, so ang itsura niya class is ito. Yan. Okay, so anong special feature niya class? Meron tayo nung parang ganito class. Makikita nyo, no? Parang meron siyang alalay. Okay. Kumbaga, para mabuhat niya yung sarili niya ng mas stronger. Okay. So, parang dito rin class. So, itong service entrance cable. No? Yan. Okay. So, Kung titignan nyo class, parang meron siyang tagabuhat na wire. Kumbaga, ang pinaka-use na lang class nung wire na to is for it to assist the wire kung saan the current will flow. Okay, parang casing na support lang ba? Okay, parang ito rin class yung use nun. It will support the wire. Okay, so parang self-supporting siya class. Kasi yun nga, parang, di ba, mostly normally kasi class ang service feeder natin yung nakahang. So manggagaling sa poste class, papasok dun sa bahay natin, suspended siya. Okay? So parang ito class will help it yun, stabilize para hindi magsag, super sag, tas masira or something. Okay? So moving on class, meron din tayo tinatawag na power and control tray cable. So formal definition is a factory assembled two or more insulated conductor with or without associated bare or covered grounding under a metallic sheet. Okay. So ang pinaka-search ko class na itsura na class is kanyan. Yan. So in a way, parang meron rin siyang support, no? So saan ginagamit class yung power and control tray cable? Yeah, this is used for installation in cable trays, raceways, or where it is supported by a messenger wire. Yung messenger wire class is ito. Again, class, it will act as support. So para hindi siya masyadong magsag kapag suspended siya on air. Okay? Tapos meron din tayo tinatawag class na flat cable assemblies or FC. So it is an assembly of parallel conductors formed integrally with an insulating material web designed specially for field installation in metal surface or raceway. Okay? So, pinaka-search natin class is yan. So, ang pinaka-distinct characteristic niya class is talagang parallel yung ating wires. Okay? Tapos meron rin class yung isa pa, parang pinsan niya. Flat conductor cable consists of 3 or more flat copper conductor placed edge to edge separated and enclosed within an insulating assembly. Okay? So, ano itsura na class? More or less parehas lang. But this time, enclosed na siya in a conductor. Okay? So, titignan mo class, flat pa rin siya. So, this is used class for general purposes. So, appliance wire circuit, dual wire circuits, tapos yung hard, smooth, continuous floor surfaces and the like. Ayan, dun sa smooth floors. Parang more or less parang thinner kaya siya class. Para hindi siya bulky pag linagay mo siya sa floor. Okay. Lastly, class, meron tayong tinatawag na medium voltage cable. Okay, so very definition natin class is a single or multi-conductor solid dielectric insulated cable rated at 2,000 volts or higher. Okay, so more or less class, ang pinaka-distinct characteristic niya is yung rating niya in terms of volts, which is yun na. Say 2,000 volts or higher. Yan. Okay. So more or less, yep. So medyo special class itong medium voltage cable natin. Kasi meron siyang different characteristics class. Yan. Okay. So depende siya class kung ano yung trade name niya. Okay, ano yung letter. So kung titignan nyo class, di ba MV tayo. Pero meron pa siyang dash. Yan, mga ganyang class. 55, 18, 19. Siguro depende ito sa class dun sa capacity niya. Yeah, parang more, parang na mas madaming variations class yung itong medium voltage cable natin kasi supposedly class, depende kung saan mo siya gagamitin. Okay, so again class, this is how it looks like. Tignan nyo medyo high class siya class. Kasi parang meron siyang insulation, tapos yung minerals insulation ulit, tapos super protected class. Depende kung saan siya gagamitin. Okay, so technically class, ito yung different types niya. Yan. So these types class entail different properties of the wire. Okay. Yeah. So, si-summarize natin class, no? So, more or less, may different types lang tayo class for different uses. Parang yung table na pinakita ko class dun sa ating module 1. Okay. So, i-summarize class. So, technically, again, chapter 2.2 na tayo, no? Yung ko lang yung aking pen. Yan. So, 2.2. Okay? So, technically class, ito yung different types of cables. So again, class, cables are defined as those larger than number 8 American wire gauge. Okay. So, unahin natin class again. Meron tayong tinatawag natin armored cable. Okay. So, i-read ko na lang class. So, ang shortcut natin sa kanya class, easy. Okay. Tapos, ang ilalagay ko lang dito class is kung saan siya ginagamit, no? So, it is used class in exposed and concealed works. So, general siya. Basta exposed and concealed. Concealed works. Okay. Tapos, second type class. Parang parehas lang siya sa armored, pero this time tawag natin kasi is metal. Metal clad cable. Okay, so ang shortcut natin sa kanya class is MC. Okay, post. More or less class, it is used for service feeders. Service feeders, tapos yung branch circuits. Okay. Number 3 class, we have the third type. Okay, so medyo haba na to class. Ito yung non-metallic sheeted cable. Okay. Shortcut natin sa kanya class is ay number yung mineral insulated pala muna. Mamaya. Medyo i-disarrange ko na class, no? Sayang yung effort. Okay. So yung skip muna natin yung mamaya kasi ibalik ko mamaya. Okay. So mineral. Dapat kasi yung mineral insulated cable muna. Okay. Yeah. Same naman class. So more or less class, this is used for buildings equal or less than or equal to 3 stories. Residential. Okay. Tapos for class, kung meron tayong non-metallic sheeted cable, meron yung shielded. So shielded, non-metallic. Okay. Non-metallic. Yeah, sheeted cable. Okay. So ito class, ang shortcut niya is parang meron nagkaroon lang class ng S yung NM. Yan. Okay. So saan gamit class yung may shield? So this time kapag shielded siya class, pwede siya sa hazardous locations. Yeah. Hazardous locations. Okay. So, balik natin class yung kanina. Supposedly, ito yung number 3, no? Pero minove natin. So, it's called class mineral insulated cable. So, ito yung covered na covered class yung ating copper insulated cable. Okay. Shortcut natin sa kanyang class is mineral insulated. Okay. So, saan siya ginagamit class? Supposedly, it is used for service feeders and branch circuits. Okay, saan sila? Service feeders, and branch circuits. Okay. So next class, number 6. So we have a total of 11. Meron tayo ng underground feeder and branch circuit cable. No? So underground feeder and branch circuit cable. Okay, so shortcut natin sa kanya class is underground feeder. Yan. Tapos it is used class 4, yun, underground. Di man lang sinortcut, no? So underground, yeah, service feeder or branch. Okay. So tipid tayo sa space class number 7. Meron tayong service entrance cable class, no? So service entrance cable. So we also call it as SE. Impression sa ginagamit class, the name suggests service entrance. Entrance tsaka feeder class, parehas lang yun. Okay. Number 8 class. Yeah, kasya natin lahat dito. So we have what we call class the power and control tray cable. Power and control tray cable. Okay. So mnemonics natin sa kanya class is TC. TC. Okay. Where is it used class? It's used for yung nasa raceways. So cables class in raceways. Okay. Tapos 9. So medyo madami-dami, no? We also have class what we call flat cable assemblies. Flat cable assemblies. Okay. So also known class as FC. So saan sila ginagamit class? Wires in metal surfaces. So wires in metal surfaces. Siguro flat metal surfaces. Para ma-distinguish natin dun sa raceways. Okay. Second to the last class, we have number 10. So same, parang flat rin siya sa conductor. Flat conductor cable. Okay. It's also known as FCC. So yung kanina FC, this time class FCC is used class for general purposes. Purposes. Ano yun mga yun class? Yung mga appliance job, right? Appliance circuits. Okay. Lastly class, so yeah, 11. Meron tayo ng sikat class, yung medium voltage cable. Medium voltage cable. Okay. So known class as MV. So it is used class for those power systems less than or equal to may 35,000 volts power system. Yan. Okay. So technically class, that's it for the summary of the different types of cables. Okay. So dito naman na tayo class sa chapter 2.3. Opacity of electrical conductors. Okay. So opacity class is defined as the ability of the wire of conductor to carry current without overheating. Okay. So technically class, ito yung kayang buhatin ng wire na current without burning class. Kumbaga meron din silang capacity class, no? Ito yung ratings nila. Okay. So more or less class ang nagko-contribute dito. Yan. So meron tayong mga power loss and stuff, voltage drop. Okay. So ito naman class, ito yung na-discuss nung module 1 natin. Okay. So medyo natin i-detail. Okay. Parang meron lang tayong, may use lang to class in a way of dun sa ating magagamit natin to class, no? Yung power loss in terms of choosing the correct wire size. Okay. So power loss class is defined as the component's resistance times the current squared. Okay. So technically class, small wire diameter can safely carry more current in proportion to its weight. Okay. So as per section 3.1.2.1 of the National Electrical Code, okay, current conductor size and rating shall have sufficient opacity to carry load. So syempre class, yung conductor natin class dapat kaya niya i-survive yung load na binubuhat niya to avoid fire. Okay, so to do this class, they shall have adequate mechanical strength and shall not be less than the rating of the branch circuit and not less than the maximum load to be served. Okay, so supposedly class, yung wire natin, no? Yung wire natin class has higher capacity than that of the circuit breaker. So again class, ang circuit breaker natin, yun yung parang nag-o-off. So pag na-meet na niya class yung capacity niya, i-flick niya yung sarili niyang switch, tapos ika-cut niya yung current na nagfa-flow class dun sa ating wires. Okay? Yan. Conductors opacity, same and class, no? Technically, ang sinasabi lang dito class, may effect class yung environment as a whole dun sa rating ng ating conductors or yung opacity niya. Okay, specifically class, yung operation temperature or resistance as environment will affect class the opacity of the conductors. Okay. So opacity, again, class is the ability of conductor to carry load increases as the size of the conductor increases. So, yun class, no? Directly proportional class yung limit or yung capacity class ng wire dun sa kanyang cross-sectional area. Okay? Plus, again, class yan. Meron tayong tables, 2.56 tapos 7. 2.5 plus is the allowable opacity of a conductor not more than 3 wires in a raceway. Pero ito class, pwede kasi to kahit hindi siya 3 wires. So technically, kahit ilang wires yun. Okay. Ito class yung ating opacity. Okay. Ang effect lang class, pag lumagpas na siya sa 3 wires, kailangan na natin magdagdag class ng tinatawag natin the rating factor. Okay. Kumbaga, i-degrade niya class. Paliliitin niya yung given opacities dito. Okay. So don't worry class, again, this table is not only for 3 wires. So baka sabihin nyo, sir, paano pag 4 wires na yung nasa raceway natin? Ibig sabihin, hindi natin pwedeng gamitin. Pwede pa rin class. Pero yun nga, again, pag more than 3 wires na class, we have to apply na yung ating tinatawag na rating factor. Okay. So yeah, ilang percent class yung ibaba, yung mag-stay. Depende class kung ilan yung wires dun sa raceway. Okay? Tapos meron rin tayong ganito class kung ilan yung, so again class, di ba malaga yung temperature? Yeah. So So supposedly kasi class may temperature rating yung mga conductors natin. Meaning class, ito yung pinaka kaya nilang, ayan yung limit nila kasi in terms of temperature. Kumbaga pag sumobra dito class, in a way, masusunog na sila. Okay? And then that class will cause fire na. So, depende yung class dun sa ating environment or yung location. So, titignan nyo kasi yan, normally ventilated ba siya, kung saan niya kinukuha yung power source niya class, kung poorly ventilated, kung yung location ba natin is a furnace or boiler room. So, outdoor ba siya in a shade, air? Okay. In thermal insulation, direct solar exposure, or place above. Okay. So, kung titignan nyo kasi itong C note below, more or less, depende na to sa wire size. So, depende daw yan class kapag wire siya, meaning class number 8 and lower. Tapos, kapag cable siya class, meaning larger than lalakas rin yung temperature rating. Okay? So, again, class, yun, no? Pinaka-binibida natin dito kasi depende kasi dun sa environment ng ating conductors para tayo tinatawag na rating. Okay, so means that the full amount of the allowable ampacity, yun nga, di ba, yung allowable ampacity class from this table will be reduced to a certain percentage due to the environmental condition where it is found. Okay, so if the ambient temperature table, magsa-start pala siya sa Okay. So again class, that's it for section 2.3. Okay, so i-summarize ko lang ulit class, no? Yung ating section 2.3. So what did we learn class from section 2.3? So in class in section 2.3, we talked about the ampacity of electrical conductors. Okay, so ampacity of electrical conductors. Okay. So first up class, let us define ampacity. Opacity is formally defined as ability of conductor to carry current without overheating. The ability of a conductor to carry current without overheating. Without overheating. Okay. Tapos, in class, we have certain, meron tayong counting formulas. Same lang naman ka dito class, no? So again class, power loss is equal class to yung current times yung voltage drop. Okay, or is equal to yung resistance class ng all components. Times yung current squared. Okay. Na-discuss naman na yan class dun sa module 1 natin. Okay. Tapos class, it was found out, diba class, that the higher the ampacity class, so ampacity is directly proportional class, no? To the size of conductor. conductor. So yung cross-sectional area niya mismo. Okay. Tapos class, let's talk about again yung derating. Yeah. So, meron tayong tinatawag class na derating of conductor ampacity. So parang meron lang tayong derating factor class. Okay, makukuha mo siya ka sa table 2.6. Medyo i-define lang natin to class, no? So it is, what happens here class is the allowable ampacity is reduced. Yeah, to a certain percentage. Certain percentage due to environmental, due to the environmental condition. Okay. So with this class again, no? Para ma-identify natin class, no? So supposedly kasi diba kung titignan nyo again, diba, if we are going to go back to the table. So we have table class. So the ampacities we get here class are those, yeah, may makuha tayo ampacity, diba class? Kasi yung nakuha natin dyan class, i-multiply natin dito sa derating factor dito, that is another ampacity. So para ma-differentiate natin class yung final answer natin after malagay yung derating factor tsaka yung nakuha natin dito class, gawan natin ang formula. Okay? So let the formula will be called class yung meron tayong tatawagin class na ampacity. Yung net ampacity. So pag net class, ito na yung parang na-apply na natin class yung derating factor. Okay? Tapos yung ampacity class na makukuha natin sa table, tawagin natin to class na gross. Okay? So, parang ito class, i-multiply natin sa ating derating factor. Okay? Saan natin kukunin yung derating factor class? So, df mali siya ng akin. Okay? So, df is taken from table 2.6. Okay? So again, class, yeah. So paano yun? Paano sir kung nakuha na namin yung dito? So ano yung DF nun? Okay, so ang DF na class kapag less than 3 wires siya, kasi di ba kung titignan yung table 2.6 natin class, 4 to 6. Paano class yung 1 to 3? 1 to 3. Okay. So ang derating factor class ng 1 to 3, 100% na yun. So para ang pinaglalaban natin dun class, whatever is in here, yung gross ampacity natin class, will be equal class to the net. Kasi class ang derating factor natin is 100%. So whatever the gross class will be equal to the net. Okay. So again class, meron tayong formula, no? So with this class, we are ready to answer the problems. Okay. So let's get to it na class. This. Yan. Okay. So let's answer class example 2.4. Okay. So again, example 2.4. Okay. So first up class, syempre given muna. Basahin mo natin yung problem class. So Bebang owns, so meron daw siyang bagong bike shop class. The building is located, it gets its heat from Beneco. So yun. So gusto niyang gumawa class ng signage, power source wiring together with 3 other wires will be held by a number 500 raceway. So determine the allowable ampacity of the signage wiring if she used a number 12 wire. Okay. So, lagyan mo natin yung given class. So more or less, yun nga, di ba? O review natin class yung tables kanina. Dapat alam natin kung ano yung location ng building para masabi natin class kung ano yung temperature rate niya. So itong given class. Given class is the building gets its heat from Beneco. Okay, so yun yung first given natin class, no? Tapos yun, we have a total of 4 wires total in 500 raceway. Yeah, kasi diba, syempre class yung number of wires will depict our the rating factor. Okay? Tapos gagamit daw sa class ng number 12, American wire gauge. Okay na yun. Yan. Okay. So technically class yan yung pinaka-given natin. Okay. So again class, ano yung required natin? So we are required class to determine the allowable ampacity. So allowable ampacity class meaning ito na yung ampacity net. So net na siya lagi kasi yun nga. Kahit less than 3 naman yung ating kapag kahit less than 3 yung ating total number of wires, meron pa rin tayong derating factor. So we always call it class as ampacity, the net ampacity. Okay, so anong gagawin natin class? So supposedly, yan, gagamit tayo ng table class. Okay, so para ang endgame kasi natin class, kung titignan nyo, para makuha natin yung allowable ampacity class, diba kailangan natin gamitin yung table, ito, 2.5, okay. Pero para magamit natin yung table 2.5 plus, dapat alam muna natin kung ano yung side na to, tapos ano yung side na yun. Okay. So kung titignan nyo class, okay na tayo sa Zeiss class, diba? Kasi meron na tayo ng number 12. Okay. So ang kailangan lang natin i-find out class is ano yung temperature rating ng conductor. Okay. So para makuha natin class yung temperature rating, ay, ilagay ko na lang muna class yung ating formula. Okay. So ang formula natin dito class, no? Ampacity, yung net ampacity natin class will be equal to, again class, diba yung gross? Yan, gross. Times yung ating the rating factor. Okay, yan. Okay, so again class, ang wala tayo actually, eto, para sa ating ampacity gross muna. Unahin na lang muna natin class yung ating ampacity gross. So for us class, so di ba, para makuha natin yung net class, kailangan natin kunin yung ampacity gross tapos yung the rating factor. Okay? So unahin natin class yung ating ampacity gross. So for ampacity gross. Okay, so anong table yung gagamitin natin class? Gamitin natin class si table. Yeah. Table 2.5, okay. Pero yun nga, wala pa tayo kasi ng temperature rating. So para makuha natin yung temperature rating class, dapat gamitin muna natin yung wait. Isulat ko na lang lahat, no? So para makuha natin kasi yung ampacity gross, table 2.5 tayo. Okay. Pero yun nga class, kulang pa yung ano natin, no? So para makuha natin yung ampacity loss class, kailangan muna natin makuha yung temperature rating. Okay. So saan natin kukunin yung temperature rating class? Dito tayo sa table 2.7. Okay. Lagyan ko na lang ng ano class. So again, kailangan lang natin makuha muna yung temp yan. Ampacity gross. Okay. So again class, di ba? Number 1. Kailangan muna natin yung temperature rating. Okay. So punta na tayo class sa ating table 2.7. Yan. So ang kailangan lang natin class in terms of yung temperature rating class is kung ano yung location ng building. So titignan nyo class, building gets it from Beneco. So andito siya. Building with such major heat sources as power stations. Okay. So, ang minimum temperature for insulation class is equal to yan. Okay. So, ang T rating na natin dito class is equal to 75 degrees Celsius. Yan. Okay. So, since meron na tayo class ng ating temperature rating, pwede na tayo class bumalik sa ating table 2.5. Okay. So, use table 2.5 class. So, yan, di ba? Meron tayong rating class sa 75. Tapos, given class, di ba, ang var natin class is yung number 12. So, kukunin mo lang class kung saan sila nag-meet. So, ito na class yung ating gross. Okay. So, with that class, makukuha na natin yung ating capacity gross equal to class 2. So, as yung nasa table class, 20 amperes. Okay. So, next class, di ba, para mabuo na natin yung formula. So, okay na tayo sa ampacity loss. Dapat kailangan natin kung ano yung the rating factor natin. So, para sa the rating factor class, kailangan natin pumunta sa table 2.6. Okay. So, kung titignan nyo kasi yung ating table 2.6, yeah, depende lang siya sa number of wires. Okay. So, since sa ating class is 4, so matik yun na. So, 4 tayo class. So, ang the rating factor natin class is yung yan, 80. Okay. So, with that class, we can say that our DF equal to 80 80% or 0.80. Okay. So, with this class, kayang-kaya na natin kunin yung ating net ampacity. So, yung ating ampacity net is equal to yung gross nating class. So, ang gross nating class is 20 amperes. Okay. Times class yung 80%. So, 0.8. Okay. So, ang amp net nating class will be equal to ang ampacity net natin class is equal to 16 amperes. Okay. So, yan class, that is how we answer 2.4. So, again class, let's make use of the tables. Okay. So, ito na class yung ating ampacity net. Okay. So, moving on class, sagutan rin natin yung example 2.5. Yan. So, example 2.5 class. Okay. So, ano yung given natin class? Given a Bebang trusted electrician. So, sabi nung electrician ni Bebang class, ang allowable daw natin class as per his professional opinion is yan. So, ano yung 16.08 class? So, yan na class yung ating net ampacity. So yan yung allowable na. Okay, so meron tayong 16.08 ampere. Okay. Tapos class, yeah. Gamit daw siya class ng RHW. So nagsabi na siya ng specific type of wire. Okay. Tapos gamitin daw natin class yung given sa example 2.4. Shucks, malito class. Dapat class 2.4 ito, no? So yung previous. Okay. Tapos ang kukunin natin class is ano daw class yung wire size given the following details. Yan. Okay, so yan yung required class. So ano ba yung data class na makukuha natin from example 2.4? So from example 2.4 to dapat class, no? So ano yung data na kukunin natin doon class? Yeah, syempre class yung hindi kasama dito, no? So more or less, kunin natin dito class yung temperature rating. Yan, temperature rating natin class 75 degrees Celsius pa rin. Okay. Tapos yun, same. For wires total. Total, okay. Tulo ko na yung pen ko. Yan. So pag 4 wires total class meaning DF, the rating factor natin is equal to 0.8. Okay. Yan lang naman kasi yung kailangan natin. Okay, so going back class, yun. So how are we able to determine kasi yung ating wire size? Yeah. Punta lang tayo class sa yun. Table 2.5. Table 2.5 tayo class, no? So sa ating table 2.5 class, yan. So more or less, kailangan muna natin kunin class, no? Kung ano yung ampacity gross. Para ma-compare natin class kung anong ampacity yung hanapin natin dito. Kasi di ba again class yung mga nanditong ampacity, ito yung ampacity gross natin. So supposedly kunin muna natin class yung ampacity gross pala. Hindi pa pala muna natin sa table. Okay. Table 2.5. Solve muna natin class, no? Again, di ba ang formula natin class, di ba ang ampacity net is equal class to the ampacity gross times yung ating rating factor. Okay. So, given naman class yung ampacity net natin, di ba class 16.08 amperes is equal to, so ito yung gusto nating makuha class, no? Times yung 0.8 natin class na rating factor. So with this class, we'll arrive with a gross ampacity equal to 20.1. Yeah. Okay. So gamit class, since alam na natin kung ano yung ampacity gross, gamitin na natin class yung table 2.5. Okay. So ito nga yung class. Kung titignan mo class, no? More or less, alam naman na natin kung ano yung wire. So ang wire na gagamitin dapat natin class is ito. Okay. Dito pala class, supposedly, hindi dapat natin kukunin yung rating factor na to. Yan. So, kumbaga class, pag sinabi niya ang gagamitin niyang wire class is RH, H dapat dito tayo sa T. Okay. So, i-edit lang natin class, no? So, nag-arrive tayo class sa 75%, hindi dahil dun sa example 4, but because, yun. So, i-erase natin. Okay. Again, class, dito. So, since sinabi na niya class na RHW wire yung gagamitin natin, dapat gets na natin class na yung temperature rating natin dito is equal to, so yung RHW, so 75. Okay. So, para ang nakuha lang natin class from example number 4 is yung 4 wise total, tapos yung yun. The rating factor class na. Yan. Okay. So, going back class again. So, gamit yung data natin class. So, dapat dito tayo sa table na to, no? Tapos, kung anong wire size yung gagamitin natin. So, kung titignan nyo class, dapat eto, it's either dito tayo sa 20 or 30. So, ang choices natin class is either 12 or 10. Okay? So, ang tanong class, since 20.1 yung ating gross opacity class, anong pipiliin natin? Okay? So, dito papasok class yung ating section. Yun. Di ba meron tayo class nung section 3.1.2.1 of National Electrical Code, okay, which states, sinasabi niya class, yung opacity class dapat ng wire should be greater than or equal to, greater than yung gross. So should be greater than class 20 point. Greater than 20.1 amperes. Okay? Dapat class, mas mataas siya. So, dapat ang pipiliin natin class 30, hindi yung 20. Okay? So, with that class, so alam na natin class na ang size ng wire dapat given the electrician recommendation, dapat ang gagamitin natin ng wire class is number 10. So, wire size class should be yung number 10 American wire gauge. Okay. So again, ganun yun class, no? So kasi 'di ba, sabi nga dun sa ito yung con class. Yan, section 3.1.2. So dapat class, 'di ba, the adequate yan shall not be less than the rating of the branch circuit, or ito yun, not less than the maximum load to be served. Okay, so since ang loading na i-serve natin class is yung 20.1, parang yan yung technically yan yung bubuhatin class na load. Okay, so dapat class hindi siya bababa, it should be greater than. So ang kukunin dapat natin class is the wire with a limit of 30. Kumbaga ito class yung parang kayang i-withstand. Okay? So parang pinaglalaban natin class, pag ginamit kasi natin yung number 12, hanggang 20 lang yung kaya niya. So since ang ampacity natin kasi is 20.1, masusunog na siya. Okay? So para safe class, gamitin natin yung 30 kasi siya yung pinaka parang next in line. Mga syempre pag magde-design tayo class, kaya rin naman actually nung number 8, kaya rin nung number 6 and so on kasi 'di ba ito yung mga ampacity nila class. But then again class, kukunin nga natin yung best war size, meaning class yung most economical. Okay? So ang pipiliin natin class is yung 30, which is size number 10. Okay? Gets ba yung class? So i-check natin class kung tama tayo. Yun. More or less class, tama yung sagot natin. Okay. So again, dito pala class, dapat yun. Again class yun, no? Na-predict, nasabi natin class na 75 degrees Celsius siya kasi binigay niya yung wire na RWH. Hindi natin siya kinuha dun sa previous example. I-edit ko yan. Okay? So again class, cut it here. So this will be part 2. Will be part 2 class of module 2. Okay? So see you at the next video class for the part 3. Supposedly class we are to have 5 parts for module 2. Okay? So again class, thank you for watching. See me at the next one. Thank you.